Everybody got about. Well, fuck me. Never mind. Podcast is done. I can't talk. Anywho. Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Podcast feels crowded today.
Just a little
We have a
bit.
third finally. We got an additional person.
I was going to say, let's address the elephant in the room.
How often? He's not an elephant.
I'm getting there, friends. I'm getting there, friends. We are officially a tripod.
God.
Welcome to the club.
Anyway,
Anyway,
as we have been talking about, we had alluded to trying to get a third. We talked about Sean in passing before and needing a third person just to bounce shit off of. And I'm sure people already recognize his voice, but Sean's on the podcast with us today.
hello.
Yay! Now we got some new insights.
Yes. Or at least
no more
some
cranky
like
old
this
men.
to be here.
Well,
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was going to say no more cranky old men between me and Adam.
I am.
Now it's cranky old men between all three of us. He's older than we are.
Yeah, I
dude.
was about to say. I am much older than both of you.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. You got to go listen to our podcast about Assassin's Creed. We talk about some old stuff, and that puts into perspective how old we are.
I remember.
It's good stuff.
I remember Commodore 64.
Back in my day. Speaking of that really quick, I just had my parents visiting over the holiday weekend and hanging out.
Yep.
I tried so hard to get my mom and stepdad on the podcast, just for a sit-down 30-minute talk, just to get their perspective on what video games were like back in that day when they were first coming out and the marketing hit and how they actually felt about them. I wanted to get that perspective from them and how they felt about it and what it was like. But my stepdad just told me all the information, and then he was done. And then I asked my mom, she's like, yeah, I'm not going to be on the podcast. I'm like, well, fuck it then. I'll figure out something else.
I'm sure we can find somebody that's willing to get on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Sorry.
That hurts. It hurts so good.
I love you. Anyway, how you guys doing?
Good. Looking through all of the interesting things that have happened on the video game fronts. There's a lot.
Mike, how are you?
I'm good. Getting close.
Better.
Getting better now. Last couple was what? Basically incapacitated the last couple of days.
I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'll take your word for it.
No, I was. I felt I was drained to the point that I was basically not asleep all day long. But
This heat hasn't helped either.
oh god, no. And that, not to mention all the constant rain lately too.
Yeah, it's been raining all day today. It finally stopped around 3 or 4. But we needed it. We don't need a drought. We're environmentalists. This is a video game podcast.
But no, I'm good. Getting closer to the baby coming, so that's gonna be fun.
Yep.
You're gonna have to.
It's coming quick.
I may have time to actually play video games now.
Yay! I don't want to take you too much away from your new baby, but maybe we can try to bulk record things so that way you can have some more downtime. 'Cause you're gonna need it. You're gonna need to catch up on sleep.
Oh Jesus! I'm barely getting sleep as it is.
You and I both. That's the life of having kids.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I have a puppy, and that is all I got.
That's what I was going to get to next. You have a brand new puppy. That's like having a new baby.
I do, and he is so calm. He is so calm. He reminds me of Lucy.
Really that calm?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He looks like the cutest and wrinkliest puppy.
I am going to quickly see if I can grab a picture and drop it in.
Is he a full basset?
No, he is a full-on bloodhound. He is going to be.
Wow.
We are
I don't
hoping
know why
to
I
be
said
about.
basset. Of course it's a
He
bloodhound.
looks like a basset though. Like he just looks like a basset on stilts. But he is adorable.
Basset on stilts.
I'm gonna say, if you want more energy, I can trade you mine.
Well, oh no, we have.
He has a bottle rocket, man.
Oh man, you remember Hancock, right, Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy,
Yes, I do.
He is 9 years old, and he is still a maniac.
Jeez. Oh my god, it's getting so hot in here. Has anybody played anything new or interesting lately? Because there's not been much since the Switch 2 came out. Like, not a lot of talk going on.
By the way, I just put a picture of my dog in our little chat. It's a big old puppy.
Oh my
So-
god, those
I can include
ears!
that in the podcast.
Oh yeah, he's got big floppy ears. He's so good. Have I played? The only thing I've played recently, like that has not been like something on the Switch, like virtual arcade or whatever they call it, is Balatro. I played that for a little bit.
Oh yeah, you got bit by the Balatro bug?
Yeah, it was. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. It is good, but my old addled brain eventually went back to the New York Times crossword puzzle because I suck.
You're fine.
What about you guys?
Go ahead, Mike. I don't think I've played anything except for Super Mario World on the Virtual Console on the Switch too. I've had people over, so I haven't had a chance to.
Thank you. I've been playing that recently, and I forgot how good it was. It brought me back to
Mm-hmm.
hooking up my Super Nintendo for the first time at 8 years old, not knowing how to do it, and hooking it up to a TV and playing it and having so much fun.
Yeah.
As far as me goes, I think the most recent one that I played was maybe Sonic 2.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That was the most recent game you played? Tell me more. That is way far out there for you, considering usually you're playing that, My Life as a Mushroom game, or the other one.
I thought we were just talking specifically on the Switch, but no, the Mushroom game I never really counted as playing that anymore because it's so freaking repetitive. But at the same time, if you the way the power creeps in that stupid game, that if you don't log in and do the minimum every day, you get there's no catching up. And then I would
That's mobile games for you.
and at that point I would just stop playing the game. But no, as far as like regular game system games, that was really it. Well, no,
I keep
we
thinking that we're going to get back on Destiny to get, the Nonary Engrams and stuff before Edge of Fate comes out next week, but I'm also I don't care. There's also more shit going on with that they had set up stuff for the last week before it hits that they had to cancel anyway. So there's that too. Yeah.
And the sad part is I've been meaning to get those freaking Bright Dust to get the wizard outfit.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that too. This is the last week to do that for you, dude.
Uh-huh. So if I want it at this point, I would have to pay for it. Oh,
Well, maybe not. Hop on, get the free gift, see how much you need, and then you can do the... God, they always change the name for them, the weekly quests or whatever in the seasonal challenge. No, that's what it is. The seasonal challenges thing in your quest log. A lot of those will give Bright Dust too.
Okay. I'll have to see how close
This
I
might
am.
take some effort.
No, it's definitely a good idea.
All right, since we're already jumping into stuff, shall we get this potty started?
Let's do it.
All right, folks. Ramblepack Podcast, episode 62, and I'm still me, Adam.
And I'm Mark.
And I'm Sean.
Yeah!
Yeah.
And since we already were hitting on Nintendo, why don't we start with them, since it's at the top of the list. Switch 2's been out for a while. It has now overtaken the PS4 in sales, too.
Holy
Can you
shit.
believe that?
Really?
Yep. 5 million units in its 5th month alone, worldwide. Top 3 locations, no surprise here, were the Americas. Japan was second, believe it or not, which I found kind of interesting. And then Europe followed in third, which was 1.8, 1.47, and 1.13 respectively.
Interesting.
Switch 1 only sold 2.74 million units in its first. It sold quick in comparison.
Yeah.
That is wild. It's funny because I had heard there was some backlash on Switch 2, so I didn't expect there to be that much like demand for it. But wow.
That was my thinking. Like I could see people still going out to buy it and it still be a success, but to this point, surprises the hell out of me. Between price point of games, do anything to piss them off, they're gonna brick your device.
That has gotten worse than I was expecting it to, too. Like, I think we've mentioned before, like, the 360, the PS3, and consoles from that generation on, they have that ability to do that. It's always at the MAC address level. Since those are all unique things, if you do something within their ecosystem that they don't like, they just find that MAC address for your console, shut it off, and then you can't access their service anymore. That's all I was expecting from Nintendo from that, but now they're kind of like, they're slashing and burning with a lot of their stuff.
Holy shit! Well, look at third-party item support. It can if you have any third-party items plugged in, it can affect the game. If I remember,
You're gonna have to fill me in on that.
I'm trying to think what the hell was I reading the other day? And it's the one time I didn't put the freaking note on it. No, like because of third party sellers and things like that for like controllers and cases and everything like that. Or even so far as like the docking station, they're putting the kibosh on.
You can't use those?
No,
Really?
as of right now, or at least when I read the article, there was only one third party docking station that is compatible with the Switch 2. They didn't put a patch in it, and they can very easily patch that out.
Jeez. So you want to Switch 2 now?
God, no.
How about you, Sean?
I mean, yes, and that's the worst part. The worst part is
I do too.
I will absolutely buy it so that I can play Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom in 60 FPS, and that literally is the only reason why I would buy it.
That's fair. I mean, I would kill for a better console for those two to run on, and we have it now, but Nintendo's doing nothing to sell me on it.
Right. They're real, like, this kind of draconian, like, you have to play by our rules. I'm not jazzed about it. I'm really not.
I'm glad that you said that, because that is what I've been saying about Nintendo too, is that they like to play by their own rules. They're doing their own thing, but it used to be a good thing when I'd said that, and now it's definitely switched to the other side.
Yeah. It's of the thing where you don't own a product, you rent it, and that rental agreement that you make basically stipulates you can't do anything to upgrade it or fix it or do anything. And then, again, like for a docking station, for example, I'm not going to pay, I don't know how much a docking station is. Like, I know that for the Switch 1, it's like $60, right? I got one for my Switch 1 that was like $20 and small, and it's easy to move around, and it's great. I think that, and I guess that's the thing, right? Even then, even knowing all of this, I am still going to go buy it, and I'm going to hate myself putting it into the shopping bag, going home, and playing it, but I'm still going to do it, and Nintendo knows that we're going to do it.
I want to ask you a question about that.
Lay it on me.
Why?
Why would I hate myself, or why would I buy it?
Why would you still do? Like, you're completely cognizant of what Nintendo's doing and how they play business and the way that they handle things, and knowing all that, you're still like, I'm at the end of the day, I'm still gonna get it.
Because I, I fancy myself as being like, stand up against the man. But in reality, they know what I want. They know, again, I would buy it. I would pay the $500 to play 2 games, and everything else is just ancillary. Though, I mean, I will say, them having their virtual console with GameCube, I can actually play Wind Waker, which I have not played. Again, that also sells me on it.
Wait. You've never played Wind Waker?
I've never played Wind Waker.
Oh my goodness. Sean.
I know. It hurts. It hurts so bad.
A little bit.
The worst part about it is, because again, like, I had N64, and when GameCube came out, I was like, I had the opportunity to do that, or go over to the PlayStation ecosystem, and I was like, you know what, I'll do PlayStation. And I've been PlayStation ever since. Until Wii, obviously, because everyone and their mom bought a Wii. And then with Switch. But the one, like, that's the one Zelda game that I've always wanted to play. And the thing that makes me, again, one of the things that Nintendo does that drives me absolutely bonkers is they know that we want a remastered version of that. We want to, instead of putting that out, they put out Skyward Sword, and okay, fine. Like, Skyward, it's not a bad game. I'm not going to slam.
Didn't I bitch about that, Mike? when I learned that news, didn't I just like pitch a fit about what Nintendo was doing? Because that was during like their anniversary for Legend of Zelda 2, and I'm like, what is this?
It's nonsensical, and yet they probably still sold 1 billion units.
I still bought it.
Yeah.
I can't say anything. I still bought it.
Right. So back at you. Why would you buy it?
Probably nostalgia. Like, I wouldn't probably want the Switch 2 as much as I do right now if they didn't have the GameCube emulator on it. And that's what got me the most.
Yep.
I would not be as excited about anything that they've showed, because there's no games that are coming out that got me excited. Nothing that I was looking forward to that they were saying was coming out or was launching with it. It wasn't until they showed the GameCube and the GameCube emulator and some of the things that were coming out that I'm like, oh, I gotta get this now. And to be honest, I can throw an emulator up on the computer and download all the ROMs and shit that I want to. I can do that just fine. I also have the discs that I can throw into a disk drive and run them on an emulator. There's just something about having that access to the same GameCube controller and being able to play it on a widescreen format in better graphics and everything like that, that I'm just like, give me my childhood as I remember it, but in a modern setting. It's hard, man. It's the nostalgia it gets you.
It's the thing about our generation. We have the means and the ability to pay an extreme amount of money for something that, like, and I'm sure even me who doesn't have children only has like an hour out of a day, maybe if I'm lucky, to play video games. And yet we will still shell out the cash. We are doing a podcast on video games, and we barely play video games anymore.
Is that irony? I don't know.
I think that it really lends itself to how much video games have affected us, right? Like, looking through the notes that we have, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
That old nostalgia game.
Absolutely, right?
I'm glad that you actually said that too. Banking on nostalgia, they went back to the original style of Donkey Kong, and it was like the way he looked before.
Yep. And it's not like anyone under the age of 20 is going to remember that. Like,
no.
They're not going to appreciate it, but we will.
Dude, it absolutely touches on that nostalgia thing, because as soon as I saw Donkey Kong 2, I'm like, that is absolutely the old look of him. Why did they change that? But it absolutely goes along with the same thing that we were talking about.
It's none of these things. These are all going to be things that we are going to look at, and it's going to hit us in the feels. And then, like you both with children are going to be like, "This is what I remember." I think we brought this up at the last podcast that I did with you. Was I honestly don't know what kids, if this is what people like kids want nowadays, right? Like, do kids want a nostalgic romp through the childhood of their parents? I'm actually curious.
I mm, I think that's a conversation for another time. I want to talk about that. That's a nice thought.
Uh, I
Interesting.
I have
I gotta write
many
that
of
down
them.
somewhere. Anyway, since you mentioned Donkey Kong Bonanza, previews for that game have come out, and people are happy about it. They say it's great. Great. It's good. It definitely hits like some of the notes, and people who were comparing it to Mario Odyssey were really apt with that because apparently it was actually the same dev team from Nintendo that made Mario Odyssey that they were tapped to do Bonanza.
You're,
Oh, damn.
Okay. Don't be mad at me. I have not played Mario
Okay.
Odyssey either.
That game was really good.
Yeah. I've seen so many.
Like Mario Wonder was a great 2D side scroller, and that definitely banked on nostalgia. But Mario Odyssey was a faithful 3D Mario game akin to Mario 64.
I kind of want to get it.
It's worth it.
And again, like I'm going to play it for all of 2 hours and then go back to doing my crossword puzzles because I'm 97 years old. But I will do it.
Damn, you aged really quick in the last couple hours.
You know what? I'm on death's door, friends.
Oh no. Mike, what did you have for Nintendo 2 since we're talking about Nintendo? I saw something on your list.
I didn't own any. Oh no, as far as Nintendo consoles, the only things I ever really owned prior to the Wii was Game Boy. My aunt had the NES. Really only played.
He does it too, Sean.
What?
He does it too. He calls it the NES.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's the only way to say it.
We had a long conversation about NES versus Super NES or SNES or calling it the NES or the SNES.
But wait, is it the? But the NES is the big box one, where the SNES is the one with the purple tabs.
Right.
But we call it by the acronym, not by the phonetic spell out of the name. There's this clear.
Some people would say
Yeah.
NES or SNES.
Oh.
Other people would say the full name.
I have a friend who's from Minnesota, and he calls it the NES, and I'm like, I don't drive that, bud.
Nope.
Long story short, we're happy for you. One of us. One of us. Anyway, I was actually referring to this news that you had on your list about Nintendo since we're talking about Nintendo.
Yeah. At least on the good part. Apparently.
Yes, please. No, we'll save the bad news for last. Oh God, if we're gonna save bad news for last, then I'm gonna save talking about Xbox for last because talk about fucking bad news. That's a crater in the game industry right now.
A little bit. But on a good note, Nintendo Museum's actually opening up a new gallery this fall. What'd they say? That they announced that they're gonna be opening September 3rd. With a I really can't talk. With a wide range of game artwork, illustrations, and concept arts. So basically, it was just from my understanding, it's basically to show like where they came from, how they developed the everything from scratch at that point. Which
We're
I thought
talking about just Nintendo. I'm sorry, that didn't make any sense. Are we talking about like, are they talking about like
their properties?
Let me
not
get my words
yeah.
right. Did they say what titles that they were going to be showing off?
Let's see. What kind of
Couldn't get my word straight.
No, not a problem. At the time, the article I read, they said they were light on details of what kind of work they were gonna show, like any particular titles or anything like that. But at least I wouldn't doubt that they would show like original Mario or something like that, at least to start with.
Sorry, I just dropped.
Whoa, is this from the museum? Holy shit!
Yeah,
That looks cool.
that's what I'm saying. You want to see something? You want to see nostalgia? You want to see nostalgia?
Oh,
Ready?
Dude, we gotta go here.
I know.
By the way, those controllers, I read
Oh.
those controllers are actually functional.
Yeah. Oh, those are like the giant ones that people have to smash the buttons for it to work?
Yeah.
Cool. That is awesome.
That is really cool. Oh my god.
And that made me forget what I was going to say next. What were we just talking about, Mike?
Talking about how we're gonna go here.
That's right. Yes. If we're going to plan a trip. Mike, I have to ask you because you were the one who covered the story last. What was the museum story where kids were showing up to get Pokemon cards and adults fucking ruined it for everybody? Was it the same thing or was it a different museum?
Different museum.
It wasn't the Nintendo.
It was a partner. I want to say it was a partnership with the Van Gogh Museum because they were
Yeah, that's what it was.
they were using his art style.
Yep. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, Nintendo Museum won't let that shit happen. But Sean, also thank you for that picture because that was like that sealed it. I want to go.
The two pictures of the progression of the item block. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like it looks so good.
That is so cool.
And then and you ask me why I still am a patron of Nintendo. It's because they give me this, just feed it into my veins, guys.
But that's the thing. That's our nostalgia. Holy shit.
Yes, it is. And you know what? Nintendo was, I'm going to say, typical or traditional Japanese electronics company in the sense that they would use old hardware in some new and interesting ways, which is kind of how we got the Switch. Like I mentioned to you, Mike, they
Right.
were running on really old hardware. But it was the way that they took this hardware and made it interact with each other and then put it together. And that's how we got the games that we have now. They use a lot of ingenuity and imagination to make the shit work, and we get these crazy things like the Wii or the GameCube or the Switch.
Right.
Right.
But that was old school thinking Nintendo. Now we've got forward-facing, business-oriented Nintendo who's more focused on making iterative consoles rather than something completely brand new,
Right.
to me.
No, and it's funny that you bring that up because in all honesty, like I remember when I saw the first like trailer for the Switch, I was like, this looks so stupid. Like, why would you basically make a giant cell phone that you're gonna play video games on? And then I bought it, and I was the first time I booted it up, Breath of the Wild, I was like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had the privilege of playing that yet, but just the fact that I like the idea with the concept of what they were talking about, where you basically have it putting a Wii and a Game Boy all in one,
Mm-hmm.
and you can seamlessly switch from one to the other and not have to worry about it. You've seen ideas like that, like the SNES. How they had the cartridge that lets you put in Game Boy games.
Oh yes,
Yep.
The Super
And
Game
then
Boy.
with the GameCube, you had the Game Boy Player too that
Right.
you would attach to the bottom, and you could play Game Boy Advance games on it.
Right. So those ideas were there, but never seamlessly.
Nintendo
like
was the only one that was doing shit like that.
that. Right.
Did you see Xbox or Sony putting out anything similar?
No, actually, and
Nope. I think the closest you have would be Sega doing Ethernet for online play.
yeah.
Oh no. Oh well, I guess that would be a holdover too because they did it originally on the 32X when they had phone lines connected to it because then you had the Sega channel.
Yeah, I mean they had the SNES had that too, right? In Japan, didn't they have?
Shit, did it
yeah,
really?
I believe they had an online service. That's where like Radical Dreamers was on.
Oh, there was something that like the Famicom could
Yes.
like, access different things, and there was stuff in Japan that they could connect to and download, and like you could check daily for different things too. Like there was a lot of cool connectivity that Japan had for like the Famicom and a lot of the old Nintendo things back in the day.
Oh yeah, and I mean like, and again, taking it on face value, and they've had a lot of misses too. Like I have actually played the Virtual Boy.
So have I. I can still see all the colors, thankfully.
I've never had the privilege.
You're not missing much, at least. That's just me. Mike, let's since we're we were talking about Nintendo nicely, and now we're moving on into the Nintendo's the villains now. Let's do some bad news.
Okay.
And I guess it's more annoying and then sad. Yes, the Satellaview, thank you.
I was like, what is the name of it? Oh, yes.
Yes, I forgot about the Satellaview.
Holy shit, that
Anyway,
attachment is bigger than the
Nintendo-
damn system.
Nintendo made an update to Mario Kart Tour that pissed off a lot of people because I guess you could trick the system into doing a typical 3-lap race if you didn't really want to do like a world tour kind of thing,
Right.
like what the game is known for. So what people would do is run the normal race, and on the next one they'd hit random, and then it would automatically give you a 3-lap race,
Right.
since that's what people wanted. Nintendo was like, that's not how we want our game to play, so they shut that down, and now people are like, well, fuck you, then we're not going to play.
Going
Pretty
dir-
much, if everybody
Took
likes
away the
that.
one thing that they wanted.
Well, that's
Like there's no easy way to do that for online play and stuff. Like I think from what I was reading, it was there are settings to do it locally or like maybe on the same system. But when it comes to online and stuff, to do a typical three lap race, it's not there.
Yeah.
But that I'm gonna say that's probably because Nintendo made a game to be played in a specific way, and they want you to play it in that way.
I mean,
So Nintendo's gonna Nintendo.
I think that kind of like that's a great tie-in to this, like there are moments of like pure ingenuity that Nintendo will have, and then they'll follow it up with, hey, you are going to be playing the game that you don't want to play because we want you to play it
And you're
this way,
gonna like
and
it.
you're going to enjoy it.
Are they taking a note out of Bungie's playbook?
Woof.
Man, there's a lot of shit that we can say about Bungie still, and even now.
Oh my god.
Anywho, yeah, that's all. It's just another reason not to buy Mario Kart Tour either. The concept of the game was an interesting idea, and I was like, oh, that's cool, that sounds fun, but I like having options too. So I'm gonna stick with Mario Kart 8 and just be happy with that.
Until they shut down the servers and then you can't play online anymore.
Stop it! Don't say that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, no. Why would they do that? They have it. It's compatible with the Switch too.
Right.
So as far as I'm aware, they probably are running on the same servers.
Here's open.
Maybe the same service.
I mean, like, again, I can imagine a world. Again, back to this Nintendo, we are going to do things the way we want to do them. We're going to release Mario Sunshine, Mario 64, and what was it, Mario 3D
God,
World?
yeah, they did do that.
And then they removed it. Now you can't buy it.
Yeah.
So now I wanted to buy it, and I was like, you know what? I'll
and that
wait.
was like Mario 35 on the phone too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're-
Shit, you're right.
They're very, very good about... Not very, very good. They're very, very bad about saying, we are going to do this the way that we want to do it, and then, screw you if you don't want to do it this way.
I would love to know what the thought process was on making it a limited timed release.
Sell more copies.
Yeah, but digital copies are digital copies.
I'm
Once it's cracked, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
I just don't know what their thought process was for that, but I'm not a business person. I'm just a business analyst. So, anywho, Mike, make us sad. We're talking about nostalgia and back in our days and things like that. Let's hit us with the bad news. I just saw this earlier today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the last thing on my list, huh?
Yeah.
So, you remember the voice actor for James Meowth and Professor Oak?
So I did not know that they were all one and the same.
I didn't either.
Yeah, that was a cool thing to learn. I'm like, oh wow, we did all three of them. That's neat.
Uh-huh.
So I love voice actors. I love voice acting, and that like everything that goes into it and how physical they can get with it and bring out the actual character. Like no joke, I love voice acting and
Yeah.
watching voice actors. I have a voice actor lined up for us to have an interview with, talking about Final Fantasy in a couple weeks
Yeah.
from now. So we'll get to doing that. But it made me look him up and like look at a lot more of his work and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, this guy's been in a lot of things that I didn't realize.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the fact that even just in that show alone, they sound so different you wouldn't have guessed it. And then to add on top of that, the next line I read is, he also did the voice of Weevil Underwood from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, right?
I'm like, what the
He was
But-
great.
was. So, yeah, the point of all that conversation
Sorry,
was...
spoilers.
He actually passed away Tuesday after battling throat cancer since 2023.
Yeah.
It's awful, man.
It's unfortunate. Some more of our nostalgia, our childhood.
Oh, dear God.
Damn, it was 71 too. That's young.
I know.
Yeah, and
Oh, not so sad news.
yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
No. You go ahead. I apologize.
No, yeah, I want to hear what you said. You please.
No, actually, just jumping onto your thing for voice acting. Like, I'm on voice acting TikTok, like nobody's business, and lay it on me. You seemed excited.
No, I was just thinking you can run the TikTok for the podcast. Anyway.
Oh, if you, I am a lurker and not a contributor. Terry, on the other hand, is very good on TikTok. I am not.
We refuse to download TikTok, so
No.
probably not happening.
Well, if you want one, I will learn all I can of the TikToks and put it out there.
We can talk about it.
Yes, and I'm also a 42-year-old man who watches TikTok. It is my midlife crisis.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh so
No,
hard.
you should.
Just did not
I would
expect
be
that.
mad if you didn't.
Listen, I'm pretty sure I'm not much worse. I just refuse to get download anything after Facebook.
I do not have a Facebook page. I remember when the old Magic was written, friends. I remember when that was a limited release.
MySpace.
Oh yeah, MySpace.
Again, this is a video game podcast. We missed the thing of Nintendo news, Mike, from your list too. I didn't hear about this one.
What did we miss?
FBI.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Well, I should. I knew the right time. I don't know why I didn't interject it when we were talking about like how close to the chest Nintendo is with their shit. Apparently, they got the FBI involved and a Dutch government agency to work together, and they took down NSW2U, a pirate website.
Mhm.
Like, they took it over. The website is done. I'm
gonna put this paragraph. I'm sorry, Switch Pirate. Who?
Oh, Gary Bowser.
Yeah, you like the name? And I, if I'm not mistaken, the actual name of the president of NOA currently, his first name is Doug. Never mind, fuck me. It's Doug Bowser, not Gary Bowser. But yes.
Oh man, that might be his like ne'er-do-well brother or something.
And I'll tell you right now, when he became president of NOA, the irony was not lost on Nintendo. Like, because his last name was Bowser, it was a whole thing.
Now they actually have a Bowser to fight against.
Yeah. An actual Bowser villain.
We talked about it in the past, but I still think it was overkill. Poor fucking guy is not going to be able to pay for that.
Overkill, absolutely, but you have to think of it from their perspective, and they have to make some sort of example out of these people, because if you don't understand how serious they are, it's just going to spur them to keep doing it until something happens.
Yeah, I mean, like
That's how business works.
I remember like the old Napster days where it was like, I understand both points of view. There are people, and again, it's not just the millionaires who are making money, but there are people who actually devote time and energy into putting out a product. But especially in a world where games, once a system is no longer being sold, you can't play that game anymore. Having the ability to have that somewhere, I don't know.
Do you want to talk about that one of these days? Do you want to talk about Stop Killing Games?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Cool.
how many people...
It's important.
Yeah, I mean, like, PT. How do you play PT?
Yes, that is That is a great example.
Yeah.
That is a really, really good example. And Nintendo is another good example, too, like with what we were just talking about with Mario Sunshine and Mario 35 and that.
Well,
The perfect examples. Or online games, too.
yeah. I mean, let's look at 3DS, right? They made a bespoke, awesome port or remaster of Ocarina of Time. And then they turned around and said, okay, well, we're never going to port this to any other system, so if you missed it here, too bad.
We play Majora's Mask around here. Amelia still busts out the 3DS and plays Majora's Mask.
God, that's such a good game. That's such a good
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mike, I've got two funny things for you.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how on the last podcast we were talking about Final Fantasy Magic cards?
Oh my god, yes.
Okay. There was a new set that was announced that I saw. I'm
Oh.
hoping it was a joke and maybe it was silly, but I think it's real.
Oh god.
And it's funny considering the second part of this that I'm going to tell you,
Mm-hmm.
because it's our favorite guy that we like to clown on because he was in the news so much for insider trading.
Oh god.
The next Magic crossover that I saw that's coming out is Sonic.
Why?
I don't know. Along with that, at the Summer Game Fest, Yuji Naka was on stage unveiling a game. Wasn't he arrested for insider trading in Japan? Or was he out on bond?
I thought he got arrested.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's why I was like, wasn't he arrested? How is he at Summer Games Fest? My man doesn't know when to stop.
Apparently not.
I just thought that was funny when he came on stage. I'm like, does nobody remember what happened with him? Him getting arrested or anything? Why is he on stage?
Wasn't this also the second time he got caught doing it too?
It was a twofold under the same thing. I think it was because it was
Yeah.
during the development of a Final Fantasy game.
Yep, I think
It
so.
was like one of those because he was doing something with Square Enix, so he had insider information on it. I think that's what it was. I can't remember the whole thing, but I just found it funny because I'm like, I'm pretty sure that he was arrested, and just to see him on stage, I'm like, that's not right. How's he there? I just thought it was funny.
Money talk shit.
Oh,
once.
suspended prison sentence. Thank you. You know what? I love this, Sean. I love that we have somebody finding notes for us for the podcast to clear things up. This is great,
Shawnee-
and I'm not even being sarcastic.
Shawnee Muldooney has many screens up.
Thank you.
And he has
you are
ADHD
providing
so
much
bad.
help. Hey, join the club, man. I think all of us do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, this is great. I appreciate it. This helps so much.
I aim to please, friend.
Suspended prison sentence for insider trading following a trial in Japan. Okay, fair enough. And I guess it didn't do enough to hurt his image in the gaming industry, so
Yeah, I guess not.
I guess people don't care.
You would think they would have like some type of cease and desist order or something like that at that point and be like, you're not allowed anywhere near this industry for a while.
Yeah, you would think, but I don't know. If he got money, I guess it doesn't matter.
That's exactly what I was going to say. If you're rich,
Yeah.
you don't go to jail.
How about this? I'm going to turn to you, Sean. Since we talked about Assassin's Creed and stuff a bunch on last Sunday's episode, excuse me, there's something I told you that you get to tell the world about that was a rumor, but that was a hint towards something that the voice actor let us know about.
What is it? The Edward Kenway's voice actor, Matt Ryan, has hinted that there's going to be a remake of Black Flag.
Yeah.
I'm excited
That was
for
one of the
that.
more well-received Assassin's Creed games.
That was arguably...
Imagine... Go ahead.
No, you go. I want to hear where your head is at, friend.
Okay, with the game itself, and like they had an Xbox One version along with a 360 version, did they not?
So I think we actually talked about that last time. It came out concurrently for previous generation and next generation.
Right.
And
Yes.
I remember I had an PS3, and we went over and we hung out with somebody who had a PS4. and he was playing Black Flag, and like I remember watching it and being like, "Oh my god, this is absolutely beautiful with these crisp new PlayStation 4 graphics."
I think I remember the words you said specifically was, "You can see under the water."
Now you're gonna have ray tracing.
Yes, and that's what I was getting at too. Was can you imagine the current gen consoles with that game upscaled to like 4K 60 FPS, just zooming out on the water, having the ship battles, and then just the foliage, seeing the light peel around the leaves when you're actually on the islands and everything. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty.
It's gonna be beautiful. I wish they would do that for more older games. I really do. There's so many games that I want to see. Like
That's tough, dude.
Yeah.
I do and I don't, because then you're taking you. I can go a bunch of different ways with that. I'm selective with that, and I feel like there's too much focus on remakes and remasters rather than trying to do something original. But I also think that's one and the same, where it's too risky to do something original either, because you don't know what's going to hit and what's not.
Right. I agree, because like, and I was talking about this. I think it was even with you, where you retread the same old ground. Nothing's ever new. There, you know, let's use Assassin's Creed as an example. You had to have Assassin's Creed 1, which is almost antiquated and dumb now, but you have to have that to have this whole series of like revolutionary games, and we're not getting that anymore. Now we're just getting remakes upon remakes of old IPs. But at the same time, like, if you do a remake well, man, like Resident Evil, if you do Dead Space, if you do
compare Resident Evil 7 remake to, wait, what did I say? Yeah, no, what did I say? Final Fantasy 7 remake to Resident Evil 2 remake. Would you say that they're comparable?
No, but I'll tell you why.
Okay, but they're both remakes. Why not?
Because here's the thing. I will.
Like, I want your opinion too.
I will die on this hill. Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth are not remake. Well, they're remakes. But in a way that they are taking an old IP and basically turning it on its head, right? Where it's not the same story beats. And spoiler alert for a game that's been out for many years now. That's kind of the whole point. Is that it's not just a remake of the game, it's a remake of the story, because story beats that you're familiar with don't happen in the correct order, right? And again, I haven't played any of the Resident Evil remakes, but the story beats are the same. It's just updated graphics, and not bad by any stretch of the imagination, with quality of life improvements, what have you. The one defining feature that they both have is that the people that remade it did it in a way that they knew their fans would enjoy.
Okay.
I haven't played Resident Evil or the remake, so I can't give an opinion on that. But I can see the hesitation at first for like remastering or remaking like they did with Final Fantasy VII. Why that was in development hell forever, and not Sony, Square wasn't going to touch that with a 10-foot fucking pole until they were guaranteed they have a plan that's going to work. Because, yeah, it's awesome, and we are nostalgic for, like, Final Fantasy VII, but I don't... those mechanics using those same mechanics, but with better graphics, I can easily say now I wouldn't enjoy that. That would piss me the fuck off. Whereas the way...
It wouldn't be enough.
It would bore the hell out of me. I'm like, why did I waste all this money on this?
How about this? Is it more, why are you paying the same amount for the same thing with just updated graphics, when in this day and age it should be a little different?
Right.
I still feel like that's an expectation of more, just because you already have like the foundation of something, but not in a bad way.
Right.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
And I can see the reason for their hesitation at that point, because especially with how popular of an IP it was for them, you piss off that crowd, they're done.
I'm surprised that crowd hung on as long as they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when the PS3 came out and they were like, hey, check out this brand new trailer. Let's get you excited.
And they said it right from the get-go. This was not intended to be an actual game. This is just to show you, hey, this is what we can do.
They just made a hell of a choice for what to use.
Oh my god.
Now, I agree with the take that Final Fantasy VII's remake and all that it's drastically different than just a standard remake or remaster, especially compared to Resident Evil. I would say Resident Evil 2 and 3 is closer to the original games with updated graphics, smoother gameplay, not tank controls, but then they also added the whole cat and mouse mechanic with being chased by the big guy, Nemesis, Mr. whatever his face is. The best, I think, example of that for a remaster, I would say, is Resident Evil 4. Because that still felt like Resident Evil 4 to a T, but in this new style. I don't even know what to call it, because they've changed the way the characters look. They just took their new art style and everything and slapped it onto the new stuff, but it still felt like the original Resident Evil 4, just prettier.
Right.
So I think that was like the flattest definition of a remaster, but in the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. And I think that's, and going back to my state, like, I want to make sure I put out there, it's not bad. Like, in all honesty, if you do it well,
Yeah, not at all.
you bring in, a whole new crowd, as well as you make the old crowd happy. Again, let's use Dead Space as an example. People loved the remake, and there are some slightly different beats to it, but it's the same game. But it's worth paying.
There's a lot of quality of life improvements that they did that rounded it out and made it feel better.
Right. And I think that's the thing, that if you're going to do a remake, don't give me a game that has brand new graphics but the exact same gameplay. Do something with it. You know what I mean? One of the
I think
reasons
that's what Mike was getting at too.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I agree. 100% agree with Mike on that one, because you're not even just pandering. It's the GTA remastered fiasco, where you put out the first 3 games and you're like, ooh, but now there's a longer draw distance, and then you put it in people's hands and they're like, screw you. And then the fallout of that is you don't end up getting a Red Dead Redemption 1 remake.
Mm-hmm. All right. Where do we go from there? Mike, what do you got? I don't know what to come off of that with.
Sure.
That was a fun conversation.
I like that.
Well, let's talk about new gen stuff. Death
Yeah.
Stranding came out and it's been doing really well. I've heard nothing but great things about it. It makes me want to actually buy it, even though I haven't played the first one yet.
Yeah.
I want to buy Death Stranding 2 and play it.
I'm
I'm excited for it.
I agree.
Tell me about it.
I so want to buy Death Stranding 1. I've watched Let's Plays on it. It seems... Speaking of novelty, Hideo Kojima, there's no part of Death Stranding that should work, and it looks amazing.
You're not wrong.
It's a walking simulator. It is. You are a glorified career. And
What's even better about number 2 is that it's that one to the Infiguri now.
really,
Yes, it is. It's so much... Like, everything that people have said is just glowing about it. Like, the draw distance is so much further. It's so much smoother. There's a lot more foliage. You can see a lot of things. There's a lot more ambient occlusion and light scattering across things. Like, a lot more light particles and so much more things happening on the screen that there's no stutter and crap. I don't know about the online play like they had in Death Stranding 1, but everything I've seen about 2 is great.
the thing that gets me about Death Stranding 1, and again, I'm sure Death Stranding 2 is the same, it's so...
We're getting away from the topic.
No, I'm sorry.
We interrupted Mike before
Oh,
he
no,
got
go
to
ahead,
say
go ahead.
the
I
thing.
apologize.
No, continue. It's okay.
No, I was just going to say, I was going to just touch on the fact that there's a lot of weird P elements to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In the first one, you can use pee-pee and poo-poo as weapons.
Are you shitting me?
No, No, literally
gay
no.
then. Good choice of words. Like,
It clicked in my head the
Nice,
second I said it.
as soon as it left your mouth, you're like, shit, no.
Literally.
Oh, man.
No, but
Anyway, good job.
well, no, I
Proud of
read
you.
this before. You know, it's been a while since we've done a little our last cast. This was while it was still in the beta, but one of the Easter eggs that they found was if you're on the game when you're playing on your birthday, they actually sing "Happy Birthday" to you. That video was
Can you
cool.
walk
It
me
was
through
awesome.
that. What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean? You just log in the game and then people are there singing "Happy Birthday"?
Yeah, you
Tell it to the audience. What happens?
You have to check the video out when you have the chance. Basically, you log into the game. You have I want to say you have to reach like the bridge of the ship or whatever it is, and it'll cut to a cutscene where people start walking in, and then one of them comes with a birthday cake, and they're singing "Happy Birthday." That was just cool. It's personable. It's not something you see often.
It also includes like one of the main enemies too, or some of them, I think.
I think so. I have
Like
never played the first one,
red,
so I couldn't tell
the
you.
red and black. It's the guy in the suit, and then like in the second one, it's the red and black face mask guy, or the red black suit guy.
Oh, okay.
Like
I know
in
it
the
is.
middle while they were singing. I've seen the video too.
Yeah.
I'm filling you in. There's enemies in it too. It's just cute. They included like the whole cast.
And you don't see stuff like that. I thought it was pretty damn cool. And
Apparently, Death Stranding 2 is chock full of those little Easter eggs, which is pretty cool too. And apparently, Kojima handpicked them specifically just to be sure that his staff couldn't be blamed for it. And he's like, "This is my taste. If you don't like it and you find it cringeworthy, that's fine. I like it." Not a joke. That's what he said. I'll give you the link to the IGN article.
oh, Jesus Christ, I love that guy.
He's a cool dude.
Oh, hell yeah. And I guarantee you, Norman Reedus had no problem with any of that stuff.
Him and Kojima are like best buds, man.
That is the.
Who the
that
hell
must
isn't he
be-
best buds with?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, could you imagine a conversation between Kojima and Norman Reedus? Like, what do they have in common?
I have a feeling it would be a lot of philosophy, and I don't know why.
What if it's not? What if it's just like we need you to do another pee take for us, Norman?
Gross. That was one too many shakes. I needed you to do it again. Slow it down a little bit, please.
This time, do it with feeling.
Oh, gross. Anyway. Good job. That was funny. Where do we go from pee-pee and poo-poo?
Xbox.
Oh, yeah, good. I was about to say, talk about some shit news. Do we really want to go down that route? Mike, do you have anything lighthearted before we jump into the bad stuff?
Got a couple of stuff.
cool or
I probably
interesting?
came out already. If you were a fan of the Minecraft movie, they're finally coming out with an update that you can get. That's called the Block Party Edition.
Tell me more, please.
It's just little mods and stuff to the actual movie. For those of you who have not seen
I
it,
see
Dennis
Sean clicking
is
links.
Huh?
I see Sean clicking links.
Yep. They added more paintings. One of them is Dennis the dog from the movie. And
That's right. You did talk about this before. I was like, why does this sound familiar? We did talk about this.
Yes,
It's out now, right?
I believe it's out now. Yeah, we talked about this last time, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this sounds familiar. And you're like, it's coming or it's going to be here.
Then how did we not talk about the birthday Easter egg? Or
No, did we? I'm scrolling back up and looking at. Oh my god, we got a lot of Destiny notes here. I'm looking. If we did, I can cut this out. Hang on.
It's okay. We can talk about it again.
I don't see it. I don't see it on the list. But I feel we talked about it. Oh wait, here it is. Minecraft releases new update for June. Release back about chase the skies content. Bedrock. Nope, that was not that one. La, 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 la. Nope. All right, keep talking. We didn't do it.
So apparently,
We did talk about this at some point though, because I remember us going over this.
if we did, we talked.
like,
we
oh,
talked.
yeah.
If we did, we talked
disc.
talked about it outside the cast. Could be it. You can also get the Lava Chicken music disc. I thought it was pretty cool.
That's the main thing I remembered.
Oh yeah, what it's awesome about it is, at least in the Java edition, for you to get it, you have to defeat a chicken jockey,
Makes sense.
and even then, the drop rate is horrible.
Deplorable.
So you got to
John,
find
have
more.
you seen the Minecraft movie?
I have not, and actually, Terry watched it with her nephew the other day, and I should see it. I really should.
I mean, you don't really have to. That's just my opinion.
Wow, you didn't care for it?
It is a very standard movie, and like if you know of any isekai type movies, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was trying to explain to Terry because I was like, I just kind of flippantly put out there, I'm like, it's okay, you know what I mean? And she's like, have you seen it? I'm like, no. She actually enjoyed it, and you know what? For an IP like Minecraft, to have a movie that, like, somebody who's not into video games enjoys, hey, rock on, man. But, I mean,
Absolutely.
At the same time, I'm like, I don't, it's not, nothing really brings me to it.
Video game movies have come a long way from where we started.
I agree.
Oh
Oh my god, the Sonic movies?
Oh,
Simon?
oh, here's a good segue. Speaking of Jack Black, he's also going to be in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 as what's his face?
Oh my god. What the hell?
I'm not stealing your story, Mike.
He's playing as Officer Dick and Dick's brother, Constable Richard.
Yeah.
Speaking
If anybody ever played
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, you know exactly who Officer Dick is.
but did he play that in the originals?
Apparently.
I did not know that.
I did not either.
I'm
Surprise.
trying to go back in, like, my brain to remember, and I'm like, I don't remember.
I just remember like the character was the character, but I kept seeing some things about him reprising his role as Officer Dick, so maybe he did do the voice work for it.
Huh.
I honestly don't know. I just remember playing the game. I was like, I didn't care about the voice work at the time. I was just playing the game.
Because he wasn't always a goofy guy.
Who, Jack
Because
Black?
because his acting, he at the beginning of his acting career, he did some serious roles.
Yeah, he was in Cable Guy. He, I mean, hell, he was in the King Kong remake, which he was really good in.
Well, even like I'm talking about like his minor roles, like when he can't remember what the hell the name of the movie was with Bruce.
Shallow Hal?
No, this is an action movie. With Bruce Willis.
What year?
Oh my god, this is old. Like Bruce Willis
Put a pin in that.
actually killed his character in the movie, testing out a gun.
Oh, I have no idea then.
He was in Dead Man Walking? Oh my god.
Is that the name of the movie?
No, that is a very serious movie about somebody on death row.
Oh,
Which is like, what?
okay.
But it's not for me. It's nuts to think about that. I remember him being in these movies. Granted, he was like side characters type of thing. But at that point, if you ask me, is this guy a comedian? Not a chance. I would tell you, not a chance at all.
Oh,
And
but
then
he
what?
was on Mr. Show. You a big Mr. Show fan? That's dating me right there. So
I only knew that David Cross and Bob Odenkirk were on Mr. Show, weren't they? I didn't know Jack Black was.
Oh, hold on.
I mean, you're probably right. I
No.
just didn't watch a lot, so I don't know.
So look at the list of people that were on Mr. Show. I just sent it in the chat.
Oh, there's Jack Black right there.
But like Paul,
Damn, they had a lot of people.
yeah, Paul F. Tompkins, Sarah
comedians.
Silverman,
Tom Kenny.
yeah,
Dino Stamma top.
or as we all like to call him, Starburns.
Holy shit.
Here's a question: do I leave this part of the podcast in or cut it out?
You know what? I trust you, man.
Oh, thanks. Put it right back on me.
I'm
All right,
okay
I
with
want
leaving
you
it in.
to give us, Sean. I want you to give us the last uplifting bit of news dealing with Stardew Valley, and then we're gonna jump into Xbox really quick before we hop off here, since it's getting to be about an hour.
Alrighty, all right. So, Stardew Valley has officially become Steam's top-rated game.
Wow.
Yeah. And that just happened recently because it was, it had just hit like number 2 and people were talking about it, and then just a couple months later, here we are.
The story that we have is from the 8th, 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. And it dethroned Portal 2, which is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the biggest thing is it's crazy. It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That game is great.
It is a good game.
Mike, we need to get back on our farm and start playing some more so you can see just how good it is. Oh, Sean. Oh, we're doing it on the PS5. Sean, you can join the farm.
I already have it on the Switch, my friend. I can just jump back in.
I don't know if it's got crossplay.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Damn it, I'll buy it again.
Well, it's either you buy it on the PS5 or Mike buys it on the Switch.
I'll
Who gets to do what?
buy it on the PS5. Fine.
I've already bought it 3 times. I've got it on the Switch, the PS5, on the Xbox. I can do it anywhere.
We really need to do, and if we're going to do a future episode, it is what game has been so influential that you have bought it on more than 2 systems?
Ooh. I gotta write that down.
He has not heard. He has not heard our previous podcast, has he?
Which one?
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I've never.
Vampire Survivors.
All right. Vampire Survivor is really good.
Yes. The thing is, we've bought these games several times over on all these different things, and sometimes even twice on the same console.
Oh my god. How many times? All right, so what is the maximum number of times you bought a game? Like the amount, the maximum, the most times you have bought a game on multiple consoles. Like, have you bought it on 3 different consoles, 4 different consoles?
PS2, PS3,
Yes.
PS4, and PS5. Does the same game or the same like series?
Same game.
Same exact game, 4 at most,
Okay.
and that would be Kingdom Hearts.
All right, I got.
No, Final Fantasy VII might actually beat that.
All right, fair enough. I've had. My maximum is 5 for Chrono Trigger.
Ooh, that's a good one.
God, I love that game.
I think mine is somehow accidentally Gears of War. And that's not even on purpose, I promise. I bought it originally, I bought it again, and then I had it. They brought out another remastered version or whatever. I bought that because it was with something else, I think. And then I bought it again when they redid it with something, and then they gave it to me for free because they were redoing it again for the new gen. So I got it like 5 times.
They break into your house and just leave copies of it everywhere.
Because I totally need it.
I'm going to build a second house out of old copies of Gears of War.
There we go. Hey, talking about dumbass decisions, Xbox is really shit in the bed lately.
Tell us more.
Fucking God.
So there had been a lot of rumors about layoffs circulating, gonna be hitting Xbox, like namely the game industry, as well as like some other sectors and stuff. But they were mainly focused on the gaming industry that I was seeing and was being talked about. And they were just rumors, but there was more and more people confirming that they are more likely going to hit. So much so that it was rumored to happen on a Wednesday. Just so happened that Wednesday was last Wednesday. Xbox ended up laying off about, what was it, 9,000 employees, and that included some of their big studios like Bethesda, which makes Fallout and Elder Scrolls. So their gaming division across multiple studios, which included closing some studios and canceling a shit ton of games that they were in process of making, hit around 9,000 people. And Phil Spencer's internal memo that started circulating just about a couple hours after these layoffs were hitting started making the rounds, and it just didn't make anything look better. Does anybody have it up, or do you want me to read a little bit of it?
I'm looking for it now. Let me grab it. Read it off to us.
Please.
Do it in a voice.
I was going to say, if you want to pull it up and you want to... I'm not going to make fun of something this serious.
No.
I can't do that to them.
Yeah.
Every time there's layoffs and stuff, me and Mike are like, fuck this. This is ridiculous. Especially when it was... To me, this screams of the days when they were just buying up studios so that way they had something in their portfolio because it was the console war generation at the time.
Oof. All right, I'll read it.
And they're certainly reaping the benefits of that right now.
Yeah, that is... Yeah, today we are sharing decisions that will impact colleagues across our organization. To position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. We will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. Out of respect for those...
Agility?
Yeah, like you can definitely make a company more agile by making it, let's say, Skulls and Crew. That works. Out of
Just wait, it gets better towards the bottom. Just wait.
Oh yeah. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specifics of today's notifications and any organizational shifts will be shared by your team leaders in the coming days. I recognize that these changes come at a time when we have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before. Our platform, hardware, and game roadmap has never looked stronger. The success we're seeing currently is based on tough decisions we've made previously. We must make choices now for continued success in future years, and a key part of that strategy is the discipline to prioritize the strongest opportunities. Oh God, this is just corporate speak. We will protect.
You don't have to keep reading if you don't want to. But did you like that? We're doing great. This is the best we've ever been. We're seeing a lot more returns now. Anyway, see you later.
Yeah, that
was kind of tone deaf to me.
Yeah, I mean, working in the corporate world, I've been in companies where there've been mass layoffs, and for some inexplicable reason, there's always that after it happens where they talk about how good they're doing. When I'm like, that doesn't help the people that are kind of on the breadline now.
Yep. Mike shaking his head. You okay? It's ridiculous, I know.
Yeah. Like we've hated this guy before, but holy shit.
Like I trust I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say I trusted Phil. It's more I liked his idea of what he wanted to do with Xbox and what he was trying to make happen with them. And I thought that I believed that he believed what he was doing was the right thing, or he was trying to do the best that he could, and he had a goal for everything that he was shooting for, but I don't know what's falling apart behind the scenes to make it happen like that. I don't have the greatest opinion of Matt Booty, who's like the head of Xbox Studios or whatever. Like he's a lot of things that he puts his hands in kind of gets ruined sometimes. That's just my opinion, but I don't know. There's a lot. Like I said, to me, it's just a lot of it came from having to make up money when they didn't see instant returns on studios that they bought up and money that they spent to put games on Game Pass or to get in their portfolio to call them an Xbox Game Studio. Same thing with what Sony was doing when they were buying their studios as well. Thankfully, now that all that stuff's done, we're seeing Sony and Xbox kind of loosen up with the, I'm going to say, trading off of, Mike, I pointed this out to you, how they've got Helldivers 2 coming out to Xbox, which was originally a PlayStation exclusive in August, on the same day that they're having Gears of War, which was originally an Xbox exclusive, releasing on PlayStation.
Yeah.
To me, that's their first foray into trading off exclusive games and opening up things for real. And I say for real because I believe that they are porting Starfield over currently, and it's been known, but it's not done yet. But that, I think, is more of a Bethesda choice rather than an Xbox choice. But the problem, alongside Bethesda and all them, Bethesda canceled a game that they were working on for a handful of years. I forget what type of game it was, but they've also canceled the Perfect Dark reboot, and they closed down that studio, the Initiative. There was some rumors floating around about that studio, and the video that they showed of gameplay and the in-game cinematic video for the trailer that they showed was that it was faked. And then one of the developers had to come out and say, no, it was massaged into being fake, but it was still all in engine. It was still someone controlling it. It was a vertical slice of the demo to show you what it was capable of doing. So it's not that it was faked. It's just not a lot was done. But they had something working on it, but they still got axed. What is it? Rare. Everybody who knows Rare is, they made Donkey Kong, Banjo-Kazooie, all that stuff. Their game that they've been making called Everwild got axed as well, but here's the thing. That game was in development for the last 10 years, so do you think that that was more because of the layoffs and restructuring, or do you think that was because they weren't seeing any returns after 10 years of letting them do what they were doing?
Oh, it's the latter. It's 100% the latter. Because, I mean, it's a money pit at that point, right? And I saw some gameplay stuff on it and some, talking points about it. The game looks great, but, you would have to sell so many copies to be able to recoup that loss, right?
Yes, asterisk. And I only say that because we don't know how much money that they sunk into them.
Well, let me do a cross argument, just because this leads into something that I read where from the perspective is we're seeing all this in the West, whereas in the East they're not seeing that because of they're not seeing so much of this because their work as horrible as their constant work till you die mentality. They have so many protective laws and way of handling things that you can't do this there. To the point where the EA Japan GM basically is criticizing these layoffs and said that it's sad because the stuff that you're seeing there, it's because of them chasing off after the quick gain, whereas they don't have that in Japan. Or not running into that situation where even though if you have a game that's been in development for 7 to 10 years, put it out, because some of these games that they're playing, the team that you have on that, it could have been their only job in the entire industry, and there's nothing to show for it when they try to apply for another job, and they're fucked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm glad that you put that on the list too, because I saw that earlier and I was like, fuck, I forgot to put that on there, because that goes well with that, because he's not wrong. So I'm glad you grabbed that.
Yeah. I mean, and again, I 100% agree with you. Looking at it from a dollar perspective, I mean, I guess that's the thing, right? I think it is short-sighted to take 9,000 people, put them on the job market in a time where people want games and they want content, and instead of, utilizing that talent, just saying, you know what, we're going to take a big axe to our entire portfolio. So that way we can, later on down the road, rehire you back when we're doing well again or whatever. I don't know, I don't know, man.
Let me toss out an idea that Xbox can have for free, because it was also an argument that people were having lately. Since one of Arcade's founders recently said that Game Pass was unsustainable and it was kind of damaging to the industry with how things were working, others have said that it's actually not, and it's helped their game be a lot more successful than it would be solo. So much so that there have been some people saying that, yeah, that's not taking into account all the other things for the Xbox, first party studios and things. But someone from Xbox actually had to correct that person and said, even with all these things, Game Pass is still profitable. So, if they are still able to throw around, and I think the last numbers I were seeing was like as low as 50,000 for, I think it's for the title to be on Game Pass for a while, up to, and I don't know how, but one of the articles said up to 50 million, which just seems fucking astronomical to me. But if that's the case, if they have that kind of money to throw around, why not turn that around and invest it into the studio so they can actually finish these things, especially like the Japanese PM or whoever it was saying, and we're agreeing to. If it's this far along, finish it. You have, as long as there's something to show for it and you've got things going, finish it. You have the money and reinvest it into the studios. You bought them. You wanted them to make this stuff. Show it by investing in your employees.
I agree. I'm a big continuous improvement person, and I think the thing about continuous improvement, when it's done well, it is really good for the people that work for your company, and a lot of times continuous improvement just means, oh, we can do more with less people, and that doesn't work out. Like, at the end of the day, like, you know, there are people who devote their entire, well-being and their family life to go make a game because it's something they want to do, and then somebody bean counter comes along and says, "Hey, guess what? Now you're on the breadline." It's not good, man.
No. It stinks.
Yeah.
Stinky doo-doo.
Yeah. One of the fun things about video games, being an adult, is you get to see something like that and be like, "Oh, great! That's imagine."
Yeah, we actually understand the weight of that, rather than it's just, oh, wow,
Yeah.
well, at least I got my game now.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, like,
Now it's like we actually
I don't-
understand what it means.
I don't look at something like this and be like, "Hey, oh no, I missed out on Rare's newest game." I'm like, dude, there's going to be 9,000 people who are going to have to figure out a way to make rent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts to think about that, because you look at our kids, Sawyer and Amelia. They're at the age that get to enjoy the games for what they are. Whereas now we see the ramifications of these decisions, whether or not.
Yeah, they carry a weight to them now. It's like, yeah, you get to make this game that people killed themselves over making. And they don't have a job afterwards. I think it's a sign of like how a lot of the businesses run too. It's like always increasing, always increasing profits and stuff, and it's just unsustainable. You can't always increase things when there's nothing to increase it by or with.
Right. And back to your original.
There's nothing wrong with sustainability.
Yeah, and going back to your thing on Nintendo, right? Like, there's a shift now happening where, like, people used to take risks and invest money on things, and now it's okay, if it affects our bottom line, we're just going to axe the whole thing, and we're just going to take an insurance payout for it.
I had to shut the door because a cat busted in.
Heck yeah, man.
But yes, you are right.
I think that was also part of the reason why people have no problem, even though like it's older tech, and people are still going back to it because Nintendo didn't really have that problem.
Yeah. On the face of it, there's no reason that Wii or Switch or Nintendo would work. I think we talked about this last time, Adam, where it was like, I would rather wait a couple years for a good game than get a new game every year and just have diminishing returns each year.
Yes, absolutely. And I have no problem waiting for games to be finished either. If it takes a little extra time, so long as the game actually works and it plays great. I'm not going to say play great. As long as the game actually works and it's your intended idea and it plays how you want it to, then I'm happy. It's up to me and my personality if I like it or not. But if you can get it done, great. I'm happy for you. Take your time. Do what you need to do.
And even
They did it.
even if it sucks, guess what? Guess what? You learn. Okay, this part worked. This part didn't. We try to do it again. We don't do this.
Even if it sucks, you still made a game.
Right.
That shit's not easy. I was doing it in my spare time just for fun. That shit's hard.
Oh God.
It's fun. I like that kind of stuff. It's just, oh my God, it's tough. Anyway, I feel like we're getting to be about time, so I'm going to end this on a happy note. People need to go watch SGDQ while it's on. It started last Sunday. It finishes this Sunday morning. They just crossed over $1 million. They're at $1,003,000 and some odd dollars and some change.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go support a good cause.
Yeah.
Who are they supporting this time? Go ahead. I'll check it out and let you know.
I was gonna say, it's so funny because
Doctors Without Borders.
yes,
Sorry.
no, you're good. Like, that's one of the that's one of the things I do love about this community is like, you can take playing video games and make $1 million for charity. Like, that's great. That's what I want to see more
Here's
of.
the thing. They make that consistently for each event, and they do 2 events. So that's like, I'm going to say $2.5 million just because I'm putting them together for each event each year that they donate to various causes. Sometimes it's cancer related, sometimes it's Doctors Without Borders, but it's all good things. And it's all these people coming together for these causes.
Wow. Good job, guys.
It's amazing.
Now,
And
why
what's cool
can't
about
grown
this, too, is
adults
you'll
do
learn
this
a
with
lot
other
about
stuff?
video games.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I was gonna say, why can't adults do this with other things?
Telling you.
Here, nope. I'm not going to generalize anyone. Nope. Not doing it. Anyway.
We're not getting political.
No. What was I going to say? Fuck.
Sorry.
I forgot. I don't remember. That's all right.
We'll save it for next time.
Go support them. Go check them out. They're on Twitch. They stream 24/7 up until Sunday morning. They'll be doing. I don't know what they're doing or what the schedule is next. They usually do things in blocks. So I don't know what block they're in right now, but they are playing Doom: The Dark Ages.
Ooh.
So I think it's FPS night. Cool stuff. That's what it is. That's what I was going to say. I like watching SGDQ and AGDQ because I learn about games. They tell you how they figured out how to do these speedruns and figure out the glitches they do and what makes things work and what it means when it's actually doing these things. It's always so interesting.
So cool.
Thank you. All right. Are you guys ready to call it?
I think so.
Not everybody.
Mike?
Not everybody.
Hey, wait, hang on. Oh, do you want to say where they can find us, Mike? Do you remember everything?
Go fuck.
Oh,
They can find us on
jeez.
the Facebooks, the Twits. No, we're not. No, not the Twits.
Yeah, shut that
YouTube.
down.
Yeah. YouTube, Spotify. Where else at this point?
Google and Apple and Spotify and usually every other podcast. And we're on Blue Sky and Instagram and maybe soon TikTok. We'll see if someone's going to handle that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, take it easy, folks.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.